Hey everyone, Turbo Concept here, and I'm probably should be absolutely that says down here from the comic studio as well. So welcome back to the comic studio as well, and where today we're gonna be searching for out of context and what is gonna be for today, and I'm not sure that we're gonna be doing this from anyways. Let's just try to get into Syrup as we possible that is where it quiz created as well. And probably we're gonna be trying to search like anything else. So if we're gonna be saying for R34 like these cars, like anything as well, I'm probably sure that isn't going to do for just as well. So let's gonna be trying to search out of context. And this is not right spelling, this is actually for a mistake. And we have one word missing as well, so this is actually going to be going out of context. And let's go into get even though as well. We have distorted rooms out of context, and oh dear, we didn't have anything as well. There it is. We have one comic for one this time, and this isn't going to be at all that anyways as possible. So this is actually gonna be going for around for vibing like these, and even though that I just never gonna be doing for one thing. So let's go into get into out of context, and this is not going to get anyways to find out. And let's go into try to make a comic as well. So we're actually not able to be browsing comics like anything that before. And because that contains like for the unsexualized like these things, so without further ado, let's just make a comic instead of looking out for many of those things as well. So we have just jumped in and we didn't have any for some tabs or some drafts as well. So as you can see, to start from this welcome to the comic studio as well, would you like to try to make a flip book or import an image? To start import an image wasn't going to be making much sense because I eventually putting for the Buick LaCrosse into this thing as well that being imported as well. So as you can see, there must be a whole lot of characters, and I'm gonna be getting rid of these. And probably we're starting a little bit for right now, and that doesn't going to be making for to do this. Let's check it out for the submitted sprites, which is not pretty good that anyways. It was not the one. It was completely for the uploaded image as well. Multiple of these uploaded images and very inappropriate stuff. We got Jaguar that I just didn't see this for the first time. But I'm not sure. This isn't going to get a little bit as well. That must be Eduardo. And it was not this way as well. The King Underwater Skeleton was actually going to be even on the bottom. So nothing should be going to get all the way up here. So we're now going to be using for the studio crossovers, but I'm not sure there aren't sprites for this selection. Nothing except like anything but those, because unfortunately it doesn't have any of those background stuff. So we're gonna be trying out and we started to add for many characters as fast as possible before we might go in the end of this video. So let's just gonna be choosing one of these characters, or not. I just gonna be pretty to say we're gonna be going for around here, even it's actually comics like themselves. What on earth is these? A comic pages was everywhere, so it's pretty everywhere to do this. That contains a lot of memes. And this comic studio was a meme content over here, but we guess not any real characters that I never did come here for a little bit as well. So as I'm not gonna be going to do this as well, as we review for multiple of characters, we got a whole lot of a bunch of out of context like these, and it's been pretty a lot. As we putting itself for a lot of their selves, and it's not gonna be pretty to get around here. But anyways, that is not going to get for a little bit long, so that contains for multiple of those things. But this is not going to do this. Something is actually started to go hell, and I'm not doing for sure. This isn't going to be actually great. I mean this. I really don't think it's gonna be just try to just repeatedly swear like these. And the most outlikely for many more of those things couldn't even for much a little bit appropriate as well. But I'm certainly it was not that pretty good. It was looks like pretty horrible like these guys. Unlike them. It was not some sort of a backgrounds itself or really going on out here. So, as we're not going to be using for the studio crossover, let's just try to add a one vehicle into this, but I'm not going to do like anything else. So, I might going to be added something, but unfortunately, there aren't any transparent guys from over here. And because this is actually going to be starting with over here, so starting with this, and we're now going to be turning on the television on as well, because I'm not sure this is not going to be meant to be. And it's not going to be really that pretty it was, but I swear my Celestia, this isn't going to get for me. And I'm not sure, this is not I'm actually going to be doing this. That we're using a custom background, which is I'm going to be finding here, and creative photos as well that I just made it itself for various crossovers like anything as well. So not the people that I'm just going to be using the black screen. And there we go. I'm not very sure this isn't going to be going for just way, because especially you can might able to do for the text background as well. I'm not even possible that we're gonna be trying to do this in the future as well. I have never to mention like anything as well, because that is not already meant to be. As you can see this right, there must be some sort of a utility residence, like not anything that before with this. But I got one thing that I just haven't a little trolled for something really big that is going to be on the theater. We got some sort of a cookie run content around like anything around those things are just going to be taking over from anyone it's gonna be which it was. But I'm probably not sure that we're going to lose like anything as well. So back to 3 rows. And there must be only one more missing to do this. But I'm not gonna be actually finding out who wasn't going to be as one. So the last one shoot that I might go into making of this video was even this. But I cannot believe it's sure that we might able to add a car like that. And I know this is not going to get something was pretty bad, but I'm not sure. It is not going to be a little bit real. But inside of the axiom or like anything before. Am I gonna be picking out to find out what is a little bit possible? And what about the civilian car? Then I just completely add a Buick Lucerne. Nope. I'm sure that we're gonna be trying to find things out. And what about the town and country? I mean, what about the town car that I just added here? And certainly that does not going to fit like this. So let's try to find something else. Unlike the Buick and... Oh dear, this is not gonna be going to make it some sort of a little bit much sense. Just one thing that I just added the Ford Flex, and we got a picture style that was just going to be up here. And nothing is actually going to be going to just a little bit much worse. So it's going to be right over here. And that's it. So this is gonna be pretty to the end of this video as anyways. So this is the final thoughts. Like, this is actually already reviewed for the comics, and I just completely making of this thing as well. Nothing is actually pretty shared. And then the one last thing that I might going to add was even this before we might able to be end of this video. I'm probably not already this is going to be saying that is going to be thanks for watching, like anything like this, or going to be getting a little bit big or something. So that is going to be for I wasn't gonna be fine to the end of this video. If I might gonna be fine something like anything as well. So finally, where am I going to end up this video as well? So if you'd like for today's video, and I'm probably sure that the comic studio creator is gonna be linked in the description, including the website too, as we're possibly that we're gonna be signing off as well. And I'll talk to you mini lads all later, that I'm just going to get another video for this time.